Well, here's a big question for a lot of folks out there. What are you planning to do after you retire? Well, Nicole's got an idea, a great idea. She's live once again in Medina. School us up.
Hey, good morning to you, David. Yeah, so that is a big question that many people face. What am I going to do when I retire? And some people want to slow down. Other people view it as an opportunity to kind of live the life they've always dreamed of living. And here at Western Reserve Masonic Communities, they have a solution to fit everyone's needs. Melissa is back with me again, and we're talking about retirement. And we were kind of joking about this off camera, saying, well, it seems like it's kind of far away for us, but really, it's never too early to start planning.
I know, it sounds so cliche. I've thought about it, and I'm not near the age of 55, which is how old you have to be to live at the Western Reserve Masonic Community, but it's so true. Our folks, as they hit that first retirement, maybe from a job or raising kids, this is a second retirement, and they want to feel financially secure in that decision of moving, but they also want to have access to quality care if and when they need it. You know, they're pragmatic, they're planners, they're thinking about the what if, and this is the best way to make sure that you have that in the future.
So I think the first question, though, is kind of deciding, do you want it to be a chill, low-key type of retirement? Do you want it to be adventurous and fulfilling in different ways? How do you kind of narrow it down, or do you find that people that come here, usually it's a mixture of a little bit of both?
It absolutely is a mixture of both. We have folks that are snowbirds. You know, they're renting an apartment here in independent living right now, but they're snowbirding for the winter. Their plan is to come back when it gets a little bit warmer and live their lifestyle here with social connections, with the friends that they've made. So it's exciting to kind of see why everyone's choosing independent living or a community lifestyle, whether it's, you know, being social or, like I said, you know, couples, they want access to care. Maybe their loved one has a health diagnosis that is making it harder to stay at home. You know, the cooking, the cleaning, transportation, that's all provided here. But those are things we have to think about for a safe and financially sound retirement.
You know, and we talk about the financially sound part, and this is something too, especially as your parents or maybe grandparents are getting up in age, sometimes they don't want to talk about the financial stuff. And that can be a really tricky situation to navigate. What is your best piece of advice for kind of tackling that topic when especially you know that a situation like this would be beneficial in so many ways?
Yes. So I would give everyone the peace of mind that we are a nonprofit. So the way that we do our application is very private or intimate. It can be with a family member you trust as a designated power of attorney. It can be with your financial planner, or it can just be coming to us as a stepping stone saying, I'm not sure where to start. I'm not sure what I can afford, but I do know that I'm 75 and I could live to be 100. What does that look like for me? So it's really just acknowledging that we do age every day, and where can we start with that plan?
Right, and once you come up with that plan and you find a place like this, you realize that it is so fulfilling in so many different ways. I mean, the amenities that you have, the activities that are included when you're a resident, it really is a wonderful, one-of-a-kind experience for the people that live here.
It is, and I always remind them, you've worked so hard your entire life. You've possibly raised a family, ran businesses, been the CEO of a company. This is still your second retirement. This is still something you can look forward to. It doesn't have to be scary, but what is scary is if you wait too long and then you're left with a crisis moment, a quick decision. You know we're your number one choice, but now we have a wait list and you're going, oh no, I should have done it 2 years ago.
Right, and something that we want to point out too, this is a very exciting time for you here because you are at capacity.
We are. We are full.
And the reason we point this out, if this is something that you are considering, this is the time to get on the wait list.
Just
to take
come
a tour,
learn.
so that when the time is right, there will be an opening and you're not going to be left trying to figure out at the last minute what to do.
Absolutely.
So Western Reserve Masonic Community here in Medina on Nettleton Road. Melissa is so knowledgeable, so helpful, so caring. So if you want more information, just call, visit the website, set up a tour, and go from there.
Please, just come in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stick around because we have more New Day Cleveland.